So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know that you can run an NFL team. Yes, you can run an NFL team. Yes, yes. Do not let anybody tell you that these guys running this team, or any team for that matter, are football geniuses. They're these savants. They know so much more than you. You're just at the end of the bar. No, don't let these people gaslight you. You and I would do a better job at running this team than our current coaching staff and front office. And I'm not saying that because I think this job is easy. No, I'm saying that because these people running the team right now are simply incompetent. They're incompetent clowns who are in their position simply because they have the right connections. That is it. You can't convince me that these guys aren't idiots when you see our personnel decisions during game day, when you see our situational coaching in big moments, as well as when you see our roster construction as a whole and the philosophy that led to this roster construction. We got a head coach that abandons the run anytime he panics. We got a head coach who is so caught up in his ego and so caught up in not wanting to admit that he was wrong about this bum for Daniel Falele that he just sacrificed the health of his quarterback. We got a GM that is so stupid. He thinks that you're supposed to build a team through the secondary. Meanwhile, we got a collection of players in the secondary who make zero difference. These guys do not move the needle. I don't care if you guys like Aloha Gilman or whatever safety, or Carl Lawson, all these nothing burger players that they're bringing in to try to make it seem like they're doing something. This team is not serious, man. This team's not serious at all, man. Like, this is ridiculous. And now we may potentially be caught up in some potential scandal situation that may get investigated as the season goes on. So, as we saw a few days ago, the Ravens got our hopes up by making it seem as though Lamar Jackson is ready to get back out there. And they even went as far as reporting him as a full participant in practice on Friday, just to turn around on Saturday and say, okay, well, no, we've downgraded him from full participant to limited participant. You can't do that. You legit can't do that, because that's you admitting that you lied. Whether they want, regardless of the word salad that they put out there in their press statement to try to make it seem like it wasn't what it was, we are not stupid. You literally lied. You literally lied and made it seem like Lamar was out there ready to go, only for us to find out that in reality, Lamar was not ready to go. He went out with the scouting team, and everybody knows the players working with scouting team, they not gonna play on Sunday. Now they're saying that it's gonna be now there's reports claiming that it's gonna be a minimum of like what, a week before Lamar should be ready to go or whatever. But guess what? We got 2 games in the next 5 days. So in all likelihood, we're probably gonna be 1-7 by the time Lamar's ready to come back. Like, this is a complete embarrassment. This is a complete embarrassment. And we have a coaching staff and front office that has no answers. But they want to act like we as fans don't know what we're talking about, as if we just can't wrap our heads around what's going on with the team that we literally follow and keep up with all year long. At the end of the day, I did not make a video about us signing Carl Lawson because Carl Lawson makes zero difference on this roster. He's not gonna come in here and set the world on fire. He's just another body. But again, they're not serious. They're looking for cheap solutions at the last second after it becomes abundantly clear that they already made the wrong decision. The right decision would have been to draft an offensive lineman in the first round instead of rushing to draft a safety who would have still been there after the first round. The right decision would have been draft an O lineman in round one, pick up a veteran O lineman like Kevin Zeitler, draft at least 2 to 3 more offensive linemen before the fourth round, and trade up if necessary. That would have been the best course of action here. But again, they love bragging about how they zig when everybody else is zagging. And guess what? All that zigging got our quarterback sitting on the sidelines in street clothes because he's not ready to go, because you guys literally sabotaged the offensive line, man. This is truly embarrassing. This is very sad to watch, man. You know, and you're still not going to see people in the media actually talk about this with any true honesty, without a real understanding of what's going on. You know, these idiots, they're just bots. They're just bots. They're just NPCs. So they're just gonna say the same silly things about, oh, Harbaugh, he's a Super Bowl winning coach. Like they should, they just got to be patient with him. They can't fire him because of one bad season. Guys, we've had multiple bad seasons with John Harbaugh over the past decade. But that's neither here nor there, because what's gonna happen is the Ravens front office has already decided that they want to make Todd Monken the sacrificial lamb. And we already saw this cycle happen with Wink Martindale. I don't know if you guys remember, but a few years ago, when all of us were clamoring for Greg Roman to get the hell out of this team, get off of this team, instead of them getting rid of Greg Roman, who is a major liability, they instead said, okay, let's make not Martin. Let's make Wink Martindale the scapegoat, and we're gonna fire him first. Now, at that time, our defense, it was solid enough to where firing Wink over Roman didn't make sense. Just like right now, them getting ready to fire Todd Monken and blame him doesn't make sense, because when Lamar was playing this offense, regardless of I don't. It's become clear that Lamar has elevated Todd Monken. Todd Monken is not that much better than Greg Roman. However, Todd Monken isn't a liability, at least not to the same extent that Zach Orr is. And yet, it's clear through the BS articles that they're putting out in the Baltimore Sun, or whether it be the drones, the bots that they have in the media trying to defend Harbaugh, it's clear that they are trying to run a campaign to get people to turn on Todd Monken and ignore John Harbaugh and Zach Orr. When in reality, all of these people need to be fired. All of them, just all of them. Like, we're the Cleveland Browns. Like, we are. The only difference between us and a team like the Jets is just simply the fact that we have Lamar. That's really it. Like I've been saying for the past couple of years now, like many Ravens fans have been pointing out for the past couple of years, if you take Lamar off of this team, we can't win 5 games. Like, this is clearly a poverty franchise being held up by one superstar. One superstar whose star power is so great that that everybody else has been convinced that the other players on this team are better than what they actually are. I was told this was a super team, but guess what? Lamar's not playing versus the Bears tomorrow, and right now you are going to be hard pressed to find a Ravens fan who believe that we stand a chance tomorrow. Now, anything's possible. Anything is possible. Maybe they turn it around and win a game with Snoop, but in reality, I'm gonna start getting mock drafts ready. I'm gonna start looking at some of the prospects coming out of college this year. We'll see how the next 24 hours go. Let me know. Do you think Tyler Huntley can lead the Ravens to a win? And do you think the Ravens are going to actually face any sort of penalty for putting out a very misleading injury report? Because to go back to that, what's so ridiculous about that injury report is the fact that they really went out here and put out put out one report saying Lamar was a full participant, and then turn around and try to backtrack. What's the point of that? Are you hoping that that gives you a competitive advantage? If you do, that's stupid. Because even if you wanted to throw the Bears off, that's not gonna help you. That's gonna help them. The Bears, they were getting ready to prepare to play with an elite Hall of Fame quarterback. Now, all they got to do is just be ready to play very mediocre backup. So now they're gonna be overly prepared to play Snoop. I don't know. This team is the best. The season is just split. They're just going. The team's going through a Ducks fire. And also, this is the danger of holding on to something for too long. Like I've said on many occasions, the big problem Ravens fans have, the big problem the Ravens front office has, the big problem that a lot of people in general have is they love holding on. They love waiting until it's absolutely too late to make a change. And now we're sitting here, it's blatantly obvious that you need to make a change, but guess what? It's too late now. You've already pushed through the first 7 years of your franchise, your Hall of Fame quarterback career. And now we're on the brink of wasting another year. So that'll be 8 years. If I'm Lamar, I'm not resigning. I'm not restructuring. I'm not doing nothing but sitting back and waiting for this contract to end so I can get off of this team. But it's neither here nor there. Mathematically, we're not out of the playoff picture, even if we lose to the Bears. But again, this team is just spiraling, and we'll see if they pull off a miracle tomorrow. I'll leave it at that. We'll see if they could pull off the impossible tomorrow.